I'm about to give you 10 content ideas for a product-based business you could use on Instagram or a Facebook profile or any other platform you want to adapt it to. Sometimes tell yourself, I don't know what the heck I should post right now, especially if it's a product-based business. And one of the common questions I always get is, what should I be posting so I can get more sales as well as attract my ideal customer? One of the biggest mistakes that I see people doing is they don't build connection and rapport. So they're just posting the product, but they're not attaching a story to it. They're not attaching real life to it. Now, don't get it wrong, you can post just your product and be like, head to the website. But there's something about when you build connection. It's such a powerful thing. What if you got to connect with them more and they got to know you more and they started to relate to you and be like, she gets me. You started to relate to them and connect with them on an emotional level. It gets deep. And you connect to them from that place of, I absolutely need their product. I need to see what they sell. And then they buy. The help is on the way, because not because you have a product business means that you can no longer connect. So let's get it. Just in case you didn't know, my name's Nickia. I did $1.4 million in sales and now help others build their stores, find their niche, and find the right products. And I just wanted to note this little thing. When you're posting pictures and you're sharing pictures, it could be personal pictures of you or pictures of your product. So you can grow to show a combination of that. If you want to, you could still post just your pictures of your products if you're not comfortable with personal pictures. And you can still share stories though. You could still share connecting content with people. Apart from just saying, buy my stuff, go on my website. You could still do this aspect. I just wanted to put this out there because I don't believe that you need to constantly just post pictures of your products and not connect. Because naturally, if you're connecting and people like what you're sharing, they like your product, people are either going to contact you and reach out or click your link and figure out what you sell and buy something from you. They're going to feel that draw to want to connect with you. Talk about why you created your business. Why you want to share this is because a lot of business owners, product-based owners, assume and make the assumption that the person is just going to click over to your website and read your about page. They're going to search for what your story is. And no, you have to bring your story to them. Your goal here is to share why you created it, what inspired you to create this, and so they can get inspired and believe in your mission. You want to grow I don't want to say tribe. You want to grow a community of people that believe in the same things you do. So I believe it's important to share that aspect of why you create your business, why you create that specific product, so you can inspire them too. So you can get them being like, oh, what is she selling there? Of course, it lets people know more about you. Why wouldn't you want them to know a little bit more about you personally? One's just for fun, like doing a this or that post. So what that is that you'll be putting your product hand in hand of pictures and you telling people, okay, which one do you like, this or that? Give the people option to choose what they like. So this is just a fun way to get people interacting and engaging. And you also get to see what people like, but also there's like no pressure for people to buy anything when they engage. So people will get used to just engaging with you because you're sharing good content, you're engaging with them, and they know, okay, you're not going to be up in their inbox being like, okay, so I saw you're interested in this, so buy my thing. You're just trying to connect. You're just trying to ask questions, get engagement back, and take it from there. X ways to use, eat, or make your product. Whatever your product is, that's why I gave those options. But the reason why I suggest this is because a lot of people assume that because the product that you're selling, even though it may be unique, is universal, that people just know how to use it. You'll be surprised. I never want to make assumptions. So what I mean by this is, even if you're selling a hair product or you're selling a skincare or a clothing product, you don't want to assume that people know how to wear that specific product or they know how to use that or they already know what the texture is. You want to position yourself as an expert of that product. You're not just a product-based owner. And so you want to position in a way where you're showing them how to actually use it, how it actually looks. Because you remember, we're seeing this through the screen, and it's such a powerful thing to be able to feel like you know already what the product is, even if you don't have it in your hands yet. And you want people imagining it in their hands before they even buy it. I want to know that texture. I want to know multiple ways how I can use that specific sweater that you're selling. I want to get ideas. And the assumption we make is that they already know how it's going to sell. And if someone just likes it, they're going to buy it. That's not always the case. Like, I can't tell you how many times I've gotten frustrated when I look at a product-based business and they don't have any demonstrations of how the product is, how it looks, like how it's going to feel. Like, they don't have any examples whatsoever of what I'm getting, and they're making an assumption that I'm just going to spend my money and just be all shocked of what the texture is. And so, no. So my example here is just like from even my personal experience is that it's something so powerful when you can show the products on such different levels, how it's worn. Like, I've seen people even wear the products live during their posts, so you can actually get an idea. Even if you're showing different ways of how you can style it, don't assume that people know how. The more easier you can make it for people to buy by demonstration is the better. So if you're giving me ideas, someone's more likely to buy if they already know, okay, so if I had that dress, I already know what heels to wear. I don't have to do a guessing game, because not everyone is, you know, efficient in certain areas, efficient in styling, or not everyone is willing to take a risk, right? So you want to reduce the risk and make them feel comfortable buying that product. Well, if you're liking this video so far, definitely click that like button and text YouTube. And when you text YouTube, you're gonna get a next level training where I talk about an overview of what exactly you need for a successful store. So let's get it. How will it benefit their life? The goal here, you want people to obviously be notified of what the benefits are of the product, but you want to wake them up. So what I mean by that is you want them to come to a realization that, oh, my life is not the same without this product. I actually need this product so I can get to this X result. I need this product to get me from here and bring me to here. You want to bring someone through a transformation, making them realize, wait, my life needs some improving. I need some like enhancement here. This is in a positive way, of course. You're not there to be all negative and tell people, oh, your life's not great unless you have my product. But you're there to nudge them and say, hey, you know your life would be better if you got this product, right? Because your curls will be more defined and way more juicier, right? Because just like, sorry to break it to you, but your curls ain't that shiny right now, right? So you're there to make them have that realization. Because a lot of times, that we don't know that realization until you let us know, hey, are you aware of the benefits? Because you could have way better curls than you do now. What I noticed is that once you're consistent with doing this method, and so when I say benefits of products, it could be like a transformational story. It doesn't have to be directly the benefits of product, like very cut and dry. It could be more of you and telling your story of how that product changed your life, like what benefits you got from it, how it changed your mindset, how it grew, how it helped you grow. So for example, like maybe knowing that, you know, when you didn't have like the choice of type of clothing you're looking for, and then you started finding the clothes that you wore and took charge of that, then it gave you more confidence. It helped you love your body more, or something like that. And stuff like that, people will start to relate to. And that's how you're gonna get people. Bringing that part out of them where they're like, oh, like you get me. That's exactly how I've been feeling. And I didn't realize it. And I actually wanna feel that way too. Show how your business has evolved. Isn't always monetary. And this is where you're gonna have to always keep in mind of your milestones, big or small, and really share like how your business has evolved, how you have evolved since starting. Because you know what it is, the reality is that a lot of people don't go after their dreams. A lot of people think things and don't actually do it. And so there's something so powerful when you share things, share little moments. Share customer lives you have changed that really touched you, that really like confirmed like, oh, this is where I need to be. This is why I started this business. So you want to share from that aspect. Facts about the industry. You want to share things that people talk about but don't actually say about the industry. Like little taboos, like assumptions or even myths. that people share. You want to come off as real, where people are like, yeah, that's actually true about that industry, right? Let's say for skincare, right, for example, and you'll notice that, okay, a lot of skincare companies always focus on a certain type of person, a certain type of look. But what if you're like, oh, it's nice when you see a real person in skincare, and that's what I believe in, that's what I stand for in my company. And so whatever it may be for you, sharing facts about it could even be facts about the industry and why you create your product, why it's beneficial, what's different about it. A lot of us make the assumption that people already know about the industry. They don't know. People don't research these things if it's not important, it's not extremely important. So sharing facts about your industry could change the game. This is your chance to share what makes you different. And keep in mind, you can use connection for this. It doesn't have to be all facts and boring, right? You could use entertainment. You could share real stories about yourself and like what you experienced before creating your product, what you experienced before selling your product. Really giving that aspect and sharing that point of view of why you're doing something. Share those values. So what do you stand for? What does your company stand against? You can talk about your personal opinions and don't be afraid to run off people, because if people are running off, they're not your ideal customer. You want people who will stick around, who believes in your value, believes in what you stand against. Right? Because remember I said in a previous video, your brand is usually a reflection of you. You're not going to build a company where you stand against certain values within that brand. You're going to build something that aligns with what you believe in. Now, it may be, the niche may not be you, but you're still going to create a brand that's around your beliefs and your opinions and what usually people talk about that you don't believe in. You can share those stuff. You want to spark things up, baby. You want to rise things up in people where you make them want to comment on those beliefs, and they'll be like, yes, this is what I believe in, this is why I follow you, this is why I'm here. Like, you want to like spark those type of responses. You want to bring out those people where they're like, yes, I stand behind you, I stand behind what you believe in. Just a side note, the goal of any of your posts is you want to be sharing inspirational content, how-to content as it pertains to your product, demonstration content, educational and expert type content. So you're covering all the bases. So you're covering the educational part and you're covering the connection parts. So you're sharing stories and you're also doing promo. Of course, you need to do promo, else you won't sell anything. But you want to be covering all those aspects. And so a lot of these ideas that I'm giving you, you can try to put it in those buckets of wherever you feel that people are resonating with most. Because you have to keep in mind that some people may not resonate to your posts that are educational, for example. Maybe they'll resonate more to your connection post about your products and about you, more than the educational. So you have to figure out, okay, what do you need to do more of that people are really connecting with, that's really growing your account and really expanding your brand and sales. Some demonstrations, I know it's more work. Showing demonstrations of how to use a product or how to apply the product is so powerful because it gives that 3D dimensional aspect. Like I said in a previous point, and I really wanted to like really go into this one because a lot of times you make the assumption that they already know how to use it, but most of the time they don't. And you want a position of yourself as the expert who has the answers about that specific product. What I see lacking with a lot of other product-based businesses is that they don't do any demonstrations. They're not educational, and so they're missing that piece. Now you can still sell without that piece, but it's about standing out from the others, where the other boutiques out there ain't sharing how you can coordinate that outfit. But if you're sharing how to coordinate the outfit, how much more do you think that they would buy from you because you helped them more, that you gave value? The key thing here is you're giving value. People buy from people who give them value and is adding value to their life and not just selling, because no one likes to be sold to. But if you're giving me value, bet your life I'm going to pull that wallet. Take that in.